Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Episode here. We're going to continue the series What? Why? Where I take a look at some of the weirdest video games of all time that I really enjoy playing. And today we have Ribbit King. And I will play the intro to this game after the credits so you can understand how weird it is. But it is a golf game where you hit frogs for your golf balls, and you do that to save your planet from destruction because you're out of natural resources. That is the entire plot to this game, and it is a weird one. Before I get too far into that though, do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like, subscribe, that notification bell definitely helps us out. And if you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, we got a Patreon link down below as well. But Ribbit King is an absolutely hilarious game, especially if you're playing with friends in rounds, because while it looks like normal golf, one, you hit a frog, not a golf ball. That's weird in and of itself, and two, the amount of weird things that happen in this game basically sometimes make it feel like the game is playing itself in the best way possible. I hit my frog, I got a fly, an elephant got mad at me and scared me, I get another fly right here, and I almost got a hole in one. This is not traditional golf, this is weird golf, and that is so much fun to play, especially like I said with friends and with a couple drinks in your hand. This game is pure madness, and when you're playing it well, quote unquote well, because sometimes you have no idea what's actually going to happen, it is a laugh a minute. But it's also just a really competent golf game and a really fun GameCube game at that. I love this game even if it is completely weird. You'll see there I got a frog in two, that's what I'm calling it here, but you have such weird characters as well. Your sidekick is a picnic basket, and he has a hilarious voice. The voice acting in this game is absurd and amazing in equal measure. I will let you listen to it shortly, but you'll see here, he just hit his frog into a random spot, got picked up by a snake, hit a cobweb, and then bounced into the hole for a par 2. It's just absolutely maddening when stuff like that happens when you're not hitting your frog, but when it happens to you, it is just outstanding. This game has the same vibes as something like Mario Party, where half of it is just left up to pure happenstance and luck as to what's going to happen, where you feel like you have some control of the game, but at the same time the game's also controlling you. Because you'll see here again, you never know what's going to happen. That snake can appear everywhere, and not everything is marked on the screen as to where it will be. Sure, you might aim for a cobweb, but you have no idea if that's going to bounce you into a good spot or a bad spot. And because the frogs do swim, you can use water to your advantage, because this is not based upon how many strokes it takes your frog to get to the hole. It is based on pure score. So sometimes swimming across something like water will increase your score, so maybe taking an extra hit would be better. Although every stroke you take, the bonus for getting into the hole at the end goes down ever so slightly. So it's a real managed resource game between how many strokes that frog has taken, that is a weird sentence, trust me, I know, versus how many points are left on the board. Because sometimes it's better just to get to the hole and move on. Sometimes it's better to take this real circuitous route around the game to try to maximize the points you have before you actually finish off the hole itself. And sometimes, just like real golf, if you hit a tree, it's just not going to do very well for you. But you'll see I was at least able to slide down that hill, unbeknownst to me, and I get a pill, which is going to give me a bonus of plus 10 to my score. It's just so much fun. Now, if you do hit the frog into a tree, though, it can get kind of dizzy, and the travel on the next hit may actually diminish. So you need to take care of your frog golf ball while you're playing this game, or else you could end up in a situation where you can't actually hit the frog all the way you need to be. But like I said, the voice acting in this game is madness. So go ahead and listen for like 45 seconds. I'll come back and talk more about Ribbit King and the game of Frolf. Enjoy.
By the way, who exactly are you anyway?
Oh, me? Why, I'm a referee. Anyway, your opponents are all waiting. Let's go kick off the Frolf tournament tour!
A referee? Are they always that creepy?
I don't really trust him. He's shady.
Yoo-hoo! All aboard the FUV! Hurry up, let's go!
Should we go?
Forget it. Come on. He's a weirdo.
At least I'm not a picnic basket.
Huh? Go!
The voice acting is just wild but absurdly good, and the music is actually really nice to the point where they released a special soundtrack to this game so people could enjoy it more. But honestly, it's just the wild gameplay. I mean, what are these things? Undulating bones with smiley faces in the ground? but you'll see here just bouncing around, this frog is getting thrown absolutely everywhere, and the game is basically playing itself, and it is so damn hilarious. Trust me when I say, if you have friends with you, you are going to absolutely love playing this game. It is just pure madness from start to finish, and that's why I'm featuring it on Why. Because it's a game unlike anything else. Sure, there's plenty of golf games and they're amazing. Something like Neo Turf Masters on the Neo Geo is one of the best golf games ever made. But when it comes down to just sheer absurdity factor, you can't do any better than Ribbit King. Because let me tell you, the story just keeps getting weirder and weirder in this game. It almost feels like an episode of C-Lab 2021 on Adult Swim or something like that. That's just madness from start to finish. Like this cutscene when you're first introduced to the panda character, he gets a little bit confused as to what's going on in this game. And you're going to see very shortly what genre of game he thinks he's playing. He thinks it's a 1 versus 1, a 2D fighting game, or I guess it would be 3D because they are polygons. It just has a sense of humor that very few games are able to carry from start to finish, but the sense of humor is never bad. It's fun, it's amusing, the storytelling is great. This is definitely probably the best story in a golf game. It's like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force golf game, except actually good. But you'll see here with the water mechanic as well, you can just kind of pick where you're going, and the game has some really pretty water as well, especially with that frog swimming across. Playing the water and getting that arc and getting those bubbles is going to be hugely important, because look at my score, I'm almost up by 2,000 points. But just watch this hit from start to finish. I'm going to narrate it a little bit just to show you the absurdity of Ribbit King. The frog lands in the water and you're just swimming, but I couldn't see out in the distance there was actually this really derpy googly-eyed looking fish here, and now we're going to find out what he's going to do, because he's going to swallow us up, take us for a ride, we're going to get some points while we're doing it, and he's going to spit us out somewhere. And that's the thing, we don't know where that's going to be, but we're collecting points all along the pathway. And you're not in control of any of this. The game is literally just doing this, and you are along for the ride. He spits me out, and then I get stuck here, but hey, now a snake comes up. And keep in mind, I am still not controlling my character. This is just stuff that is absolutely happening in the world of Ribbit King, and I finally come to a stop. But if you play your cards right, again with a really long clip to show you the absurdity of this game, you're going to see exactly what happens, and it is just so much fun. And it's one of those things, you have plenty of time to pick up a drink and basically drink half of it while this is all happening. Ribbit King should be one of the #1 drinking video games of all time, because more often than not you're just watching it run. You could set any sort of parameters or rules for your drinking, because you'll just see that lily pad turn me back in another direction, and I'm literally heading back to the front of the course. But by the end of this clip, it's really going to work out for me. And that's the funniest thing, is that somehow in all this madness, when everything seems like it's totally screwing you over, you'll end up either in a terrible position or such an advantageous position you'll have had absolutely no idea how you managed it, but you will be there. But I want to give you a little bit more taste of the soundtrack, because you got the voiceover narration, so go ahead and listen to Ribbit King in action for like 25 more seconds, but grab that fly and I'm back in the water. Enjoy. And that was just one single hit in Ribbit King, and that is how weird this game is. You'll see there's a power up mechanic as well. If you hit it just right, you're going to get a little bit more distance on your way to the hole, but we still hit that 100-point bonus, and we get another snake. And you'll see in that one hit alone, I went from just being barely up 2,000 points to almost being up 3,000 points. But this game can turn on a dime, just like Mario Party or just like Mario Kart. You're never quite sure if that lead's ever going to hold, because something strange and weird could happen, and you could totally get knocked back into second place or fourth place if you're playing with 4 players. But like I said, after this video is over, watch the intro, because it is just absurd. The entire story of Ribbit King makes no sense. We are hitting frogs around a golf course to try to save an environmental crisis that could cause the mass extinction of our planet and our people. And how often do you hear that in a video game based on golf? But short of that, that's Ribbit King. 10 out of 10, weird and amazing. Leave me a comment down below and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
The winner is awarded all these points. The end.
Ah, it's Scooter. Thank you for coming.
Do you need me for something, King?
Well, to tell you the truth, we have a bit of a problem. Well, you see... Oh, it's over, we're doomed. This planet is doomed. Life as we
Your
know it
Highness?
is over.
We'll be honest with you. Our supply of super ribbonite is dropping faster than a lead balloon.
What? Oh, no, you mean that super ribbonite?
Yep. The source of all energy on our fair planet. You could even call it the essence of Hippotron. Look at this.
Stop it. I don't want to look.
Tell us, how's the level of super ribbonite now?
It's not good. It keeps going down, down, down.
It's a disaster. At the rate it's going, it will run out. Our lovely planet will be doomed.
Stop it! It's too awful!
Well, so you see, Scooter, the only way to save the planet is to get a new supply of super ribbonite.
Sid, we'd like to ask you an itsy-bitsy favor.
Drop what you're doing and go get a new supply of super ribbonite. Pretty please.
Huh?
What are you worried about? I've got you covered.
Oh, about super ribbonite. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can get it. It's gonna be tough.
I know you can do it, Scooter. For this mission, you have to learn to play Frolf. Well, just leave it to me. Here we are. That's our first destination, Ribbitopia. I've got you covered. Now let's land.
Roger.
Well, time to practice Frolf.
Oh, by the way, I think we landed in the wrong place.